Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to It Remains to Be Seen, a show where we talk about missing persons, crimes, and other mysteries around the world. And on the left-hand side of your screen, as always, you have your beautiful hostess, Lori. And over here on the right, you have myself, Bob. And here in a moment, I'm going to be switching over to our next scene because we also have two other guests right here. And at the top of your screen, toward the right, you have Amanda Thayer. And on the bottom below Amanda, we have Bree, and they're out here to talk to us about the case of Amanda's husband. Correct, Amanda?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Like I'm, I get so, but so why don't you if you both would like just give us a bit of background for everybody who's out in the chat, because I know that you had mentioned as we were talking and getting this all set up that there was there
Oh,
was
just 2 seconds, Bob. 2 seconds. I just want to say hey to Greg and Slinky and Andy.
Oh, hi guys. Welcome. Those are some of our mods out there, so good people. Good people.
Bonjour.
Hey.
You're good. You just make yourself comfortable. This is, you know, I can't see any of you anyway, so I get it. It's like um you're good. You just make yourselves comfortable. Um you're you're at home here. The only problem is, oh wait, okay. I'm gonna mute really quick. I want to make sure sound is coming through on YouTube.
Slinky said they echo.
Uh-oh. Just a second. I'm gonna mute my microphone.
I don't have it on YouTube.
Could each of you do me a favor and just individually, could you count to 3 for me?
What?
Huh?
One, two, three.
3, 2, 1.
1, 2, 3.
Wait, Lori? That's me.
No, it's coming from all the Skype windows, which is weird. What is up with that? Okay.
The only person that doesn't have an echo is you, Bob.
That is so weird.
Well, we could just say that's what was planned. Halloween's coming, so they can do spooky stuff, and that's why it's echoing, but it's not why it's Twilight flashbacks. So Bob has no idea. We do.
I'm guessing that it's the way that everything's coming into OBS from Skype or something, but
I was gonna say just unplug your speaker if you won't have
that's what
wanna.
that's what I'm worried. Let me go into my Skype window here. And is this?
I apologize. My son.
He's a gamer. Okay, let me go into the audio settings over here on Skype. Sorry about that, guys. It just seemed like everything was finally good to go with Skype, and okay, so that's coming through there. NDI is working. Let me try this.
Greg said the first time the guest talked, it was good, but Lori was echoing.
It's really weird.
That is definitely not working. Okay. So weird. It is. Okay, I'm gonna mute one more time. And okay, so starting with Lori, if
One, two,
before I mute,
three.
what I'm gonna do is yeah, I'm gonna start starting with Lori. Just count to 3. Once I say go, and I'm gonna try to listen out here and see if we still have that echo going on. So ready, go. Show up, but
Well, I can mute when
mute
I'm not talking.
showing up for some reason. What's up with that now? Oh wait, I know what it is. All right, the group. I've got to.
I don't even hear the echo, so I don't.
Okay, so
Hello.
well, the echo is coming from like I don't know why it's not coming from mine. I'm guessing it's because I'm pulling in the Skype sources.
Okay, you guys start the show. I'll mute, and then when I'm done
No,
with
it's like
my
coming
phone,
through on
and then
YouTube.
it'll be less echoing. Yeah.
Let's try this. Okay, um, what I'm gonna do is if everybody could mute their microphones in Skype, and then we'll start with you, beautiful. When I want you to unmute
One, two,
and count to
three.
3, and then Amanda, you after, and then Bree, you after that, and we'll see
1,
what's
2,
going on.
3.
If it does anything, I don't know. So ready, go. Okay, so I don't know why, but everybody else is echoing. I have no idea why that's happening. Like it literally makes no sense. I'm checking to see if I have any other like audio being pulled in here, but that shouldn't be. Because I mean, for all of us on Skype, we're just fine. But out on YouTube, everybody else has an echo, and I don't know why it's doing that. What we may have to try is maybe reinitializing the conversation in a Facebook Messenger call and trying to do it that way. And Lori, we can keep our Skype video on, but mute our microphones on Skype, and then I'll dial in on Messenger and see. I don't know why that echo is going on. I'm gonna have to research that because that's
I'm
totally
sorry.
weird. But is that okay with the two of you?
That's perfectly
Bree and
fine.
Amanda?
Oh my God, I was talking too. I was
Oh, I think you guys are still muted.
Okay, should we exit out of the screen?
It's okay. It's okay. So, okay. Let's
Wait, I can't exit. It's doing the same
let's give that a
thing.
go and let's see if that solves the
Okay,
problem.
so we're still connected somehow.
Yeah. Go on ahead, and then Lori, you and I will stay here on Skype, but we'll mute our microphones and
Yeah, remember I had this problem last.
oh, you know what? It might be uh go to your Windows. So press the Windows key and then type in Skype because I think that there are two different. Yeah, there are two different versions of Skype, so you have to try
There
to
we go.
figure out which one it is. And so if you press the Windows key and type in Skype and open that one, it might give you the option to okay. So I'm going to mute over here. And oh shoot. Yeah. All right. Let me okay. Let's try this again. Okay, so got that, but
Bob. Well,
okay, so
can
that's
you hear Amanda?
there. Nice. Yes.
What's that for?
Can you hear me? No. No, I'm not. Let me check something here. I wonder what's okay. 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 Now I can hear you both. It was on my end. Yeah. I get it. I totally get that. Okay. So I'm gonna patch this audio in. Can you guys hear me out there? Can you guys hear me on that end? Yeah. Yeah. It's. Oh.
Oh,
Yeah. Can you hear me though? Uh oh. Camera. Um. Yeah. Can you guys hear me out there? Shoot. I think that can be heard on YouTube, but I'm muted, huh?
Bob, you're muted, man.
Can you hear me? Ah, it's so weird.
Well, he had it on. Oh, man. He's on this other screen. I hear you. Can't you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, so Bob just. He's right here. I see him, but I don't know what he's up to.
This is so weird. Sorry, guys.
Oh, shit.
So I'm unmuted on Messenger, but you guys can't hear me in there for some reason.
I hear Bob fine over here.
Yeah, I'm coming through Skype right now though. But but nobody can hear me on the Messenger call.
Why is that?
I don't know because I'm gonna leave the Messenger call and I'm gonna come back in.
Okay, that's a good idea. He's gonna leave the messenger call and come back in. Yes, we'll start it over in that, and then after the video is done, I can edit out this whole part here that's happened.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. Can you Can you guys hear me now?
Woo! Bob's back.
All right, so beautiful. All right.
I see you. Oh Lord, she can't see you.
Now, would you be able to mute yourself on Skype, hon? No, no, you're good. Oh man, you remember how I had to do it when like we were doing the radio stuff and I had to have myself going in my head. Um, actually, out on YouTube, it just kind of shows so you probably won't have to edit the YouTube video because it shows the last image before the two of you signed off of Skype. It just kind of shows your no, 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 it shows the night background and each of you are here. I'll I'm gonna come into the if you guys are able to check in the messenger conversation and you're okay with that, I can we could keep it that way. I mean, I could bring you on video on YouTube or we could just do it in audio. Um, no, this is what's showing up on YouTube right here. I just posted it. I just posted it into the messenger conversation, and it's just kind of like the frozen image. I can patch the messenger call in, and that's not a problem. Um, yeah, go for it. Um, I'm going to mute my microphone and yell at the computer for a second. Not really, but um, I'll patch the messenger call in. I'll kind of edit the window there. So yeah, go for it. I'm really sorry. I don't know if the audio is coming through. Um, okay, let's see. Oh wait. Go okay. Go on and do the counting to three again, if you would please. Okay, this just doesn't make sense. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is this just doesn't make sense. Yeah, you gotta love tech. All right, so I'm gonna try something else here because it's this part. The reason the audio is not coming through is something is up with my computer. So, all right, let me see here. As far as this, yeah, I'm gonna try to change it over to the virtual audio cable, but I gotta see if this is going to. Okay, I have to go into my sound settings. Let's see here. And I'm sorry, because I know this is going to be a late night for the two of you. Gotcha. technology can, because everything should, in theory, it should have worked just fine. But I don't know why it didn't in this particular case. All right. Probably. Yeah, as far as I'm aware right now. Mm-mm. Okay. We have some good people. We have some good people out there. I think I'm probably the only one that they can hear out there right now. So, input, and change that. There we go. So then, okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Um, I think I got it. So, we're gonna here in a moment. Here in a moment, we're gonna do our little, 1, 2, 3 thing to
Is
see.
there something happening with the planets and stars today or something?
I don't know.
Yep,
But
I think so,
okay,
because we want to talk about AJ.
I'm going to. Well, you know what? We're gonna get this fixed, and it's gonna happen. So, it's gonna be good. So I'm gonna mute.
Oh God, they
And
heard me say that.
oh, did it come through? It's okay. It's okay. When things like this happen, it does. It feels like that. It feels like
It came
that
through.
it's okay. Then I think we're
Well, I'm
good. So
watching it
I'll.
on mine.
Are we good?
Can they hear?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Amanda, don't talk because they can.
Greg says, "There, stop! I can hear."
You're good. No, and you didn't say anything wrong. You just,
Okay.
you be you out here. It's okay.
Oh Lord! But now we don't hear Bob, right?
What?
Bob, talk because when I have it on my phone, I can hear you. Oh wait. Yeah, I can't hear him anymore.
Oh no.
Well, how did this happen?
Oh my goodness.
Hold on. Bob, why can't we hear you? Why can't we hear you?
I don't know.
They can hear us. They can hear us in YouTube land.
They can hear us?
And yeah, they can hear us right now because I just
And apparently that YouTube land can hear Bob.
But you guys can't.
well, apparently I just asked our audience, can they hear me? I'm Bree in the conversation.
Wait, I don't hear Amanda.
Okay, they
I'm
said
on
it's all
mute.
good now. Go.
Oh, I wasn't on mute, but can you guys hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Now
I can hear you.
Okay.
Can we just? I feel really.
Okay.
I think we should start
really
over.
sad about this.
We just need to start
Hello?
over.
Put.
Oh God!
do this.
Oh God! I still echo. Oh wait, I know why that is. Wait, what's this? Yeah, that's right.
It seems very delayed. I will say that.
Yeah, there is a
Okay.
delay between. There's a
Can
7-second delay between.
Can you guys
YouTube
hear
and
me
us.
now? Nope. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. All right.
It's so weird that we can't hear Bob.
That is really weird. But they
They
hear
can't
Bob.
even see us either. Okay, so maybe Lori, Bob can start talking about AJ, and then you can just repeat to us what he's saying or something.
Okay. Let's see.
We
Can you guys
should
hear
do
me
that.
now?
No,
Can you
Bob,
hear
we
me now?
don't hear you. I don't know if you're talking to us, but you're muted, Bob, over on Skype. You gotta unmute if you want me to hear what you're saying.
Can he see us? Bob?
I can Bob, can you see us?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Wait, he can hear you guys.
Hey Bob.
I'm gonna.
I
We can
put
just start talking about
Bob,
AJ
we can't
if you
hear
want us
you.
to get more.
Oh,
Yeah.
very clever. I wouldn't have thought of that.
Bob, I don't have a pen. Oh wait, I do have a pencil.
I wrote it wrong, but like, Bob, we can't hear you.
Wait, hold on. Wait. The only person I'd have to repeat is Bob.
Hey, hun.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Um, go on ahead and talk
Okay,
with them,
Diane just messaged us and said that we sound good.
and I'm gonna stay muted for now until I can figure this out on
Okay.
Messenger. But just go on, and
Thanks,
Should we like
Diane.
start
We
the
love
video
you.
over? Because this is like,
Yeah, people are gonna see us act in our
Okay, I'm not
just
sure how to go about that because like we got 17 people, the same amount of people that have been here the whole time. They haven't left.
okay.
So
Should
if
we?
you want to just continue,
Are you
we'll
gonna
just cut
yeah.
translate
this
for
part
Bob?
off.
I can hear them, and I'm just gonna try to figure out the microphone. So you guys go on
Bob
ahead, and
or
I'm gonna
Lori?
mute over here.
Yeah, okay, so we're gonna
somebody.
go and Bob's gonna try to figure out his problem. So we're gonna start. So start from the
Okay.
beginning. This should work now.
Okay. Hi, my name's
Amanda.
Amanda Thayer. Aaron Johnson is my husband. He disappeared on October 11th, 2020. On October 12th, there was a picture taken by a citizen, but wasn't reported until law enforcement returned into law enforcement until mid-December 2020. And he's never been seen or heard from since that picture was taken. I'm a little nervous. How?
It's okay, Amanda. You're fine.
Okay, so Aaron
That's
left
fine.
home. Aaron left home on October 10th, stating he was going to go hang out with some friends because marriage isn't perfect and maybe sometimes we need some space. And Aaron needed to vent to some friends, so he confided in my brother and left home with my brother and one of my brother's friends from the Lakota Reservation where we reside. And Adam and Kelsey, Adam is my brother, dropped Aaron off at Aaron's boss's house on North Star Acres Farm. It is on Highway 40 in Bruce, Wisconsin. And he said he had dropped him off there at a Kira Hover's house and David Owens. Adam's never seen Aaron since then. He left and he came home, and Aaron never made it home. I reported a missing persons case or filed a missing persons on October 11th, but due to Aaron being adult, they wanted me to wait another 48 to 72 hours to report that because he was an adult. And due to drugs being involved, they kind of thought maybe it was just he was on a binge and he would be home. So that wasn't the case. So there was a missing persons report filed on October 14th or 15th with LCO, Lakota PD, and it was really hard to do a look for him and do a search for him due to not knowing his last known location or anything. I'm pretty sure LCO and Sawyer County did do interviews with the last people he was seen with. So basically, from October to December 2nd, the case was pretty much like not in the media or much at all, besides what I was doing on the internet and with help with resources that were coming towards me or that I researched. So it was really hard getting Aaron's case in the media. It still is. It's been over a year. Aaron's still missing. There's no updates. We haven't heard nothing from him. Law enforcement just tells me the case is cold as of right now, and they will inform me when there's any updates. And still waiting for that day. Search teams did go into the area after December 7th and search for Aaron in the Blue Hills where he disappeared from, where his truck was found on December 2nd. And they didn't find him there. And they're still searching the area. I mean, they're done searching the area, but like other search teams will go in and help when they can. because of it's a cold case that it's kind of, I don't want to say it's put on the
Just
back burner,
done,
but
basically.
it's maybe not one of the most important cases for them to work on right now because it's kind of old. So I feel like the family is left to do a lot of the work. Um, and I'm pretty sure that's not true. I'm pretty sure the law enforcement's doing what they can. It's an ongoing investigation, that's clear, and there's a lot of things they can't discuss with us. So maybe that's why we feel like Aaron's case isn't being worked on, and it might be. I have no idea if it is or not. Um, you know what I mean? There's nothing, no updates
Hmm.
to give because law enforcement isn't giving any. I know that Russ County, I've reached out to their newspaper to put his case in the media because that's where he disappeared from was Russ County, Wisconsin, or that's where this truck was found and where he was last seen. But they don't really put it in the media too much there, and I'm wondering why. Like he disappeared in your woods, in your area. Your law enforcement is holding this case, and they got this case in their hands. Why not put up missing banners all over the county to look for him? It just seems like when you go there, it's just like they just it's not important to them. I don't
I
know
actually
why.
talked to Rush County on the phone. I
Oh,
called them, and they just basically were just saying that AJ's case is like, I asked them if they could bring in a search team, and they basically just said, like, I said, do you have any searches planned? And they basically were just like, no, they don't have any searches planned. So I asked them if it was okay if we brought a search team in, but we don't really know who to ask to come search there. So
Right. Do you guys have any
wow.
ideas as to what happened to him? Like,
I think
It's
that
the unknown.
I just wish
All we
that
can.
God, I'm gonna
Go ahead, Bree.
cry.
It's okay.
Oh, I don't want to cry.
As of like right now, like it's like clearly
It's
unknown,
okay.
because it's been over a year since I've last heard from my husband, which was October 10th, and that's
It's
the
just,
last time his mother Carrie has heard from him. And we're really close, me and Aaron's mother and him have like a bond. Like that's her only son. Like he called her every single day, and neither one of us have heard from him, and he would have called us no matter what predicament he was in, no matter if me and him were not on good terms or not. He would have called me and told me, like, hey babe, I'm stuck here, or I need some money, or come get me, or the cops are chasing me, and he knows I would have
right.
been there. He knows I would have did
like,
everything in
this
my
is
power to get
very
him home.
odd.
And
Like a lot of this, it doesn't make sense. Like, if you look on NamUs, you guys know that missing persons website. It's the picture that they have of AJ. Somebody wrote on the bottom of the picture, and so I'm just, asking, like, wondering why somebody thought it was funny or appropriate to write WTF on Aaron walking, and um, why didn't you, like, why did you think it was funny to post it on Snapchat? I don't think that's funny. I don't think any missing
Wow.
person, if you, well, they didn't know he was missing at the time, but if you see somebody walking in their boxers, I think it's very odd and strange. And um, for the person that took the picture, I just don't understand your motive for putting WTF on the bottom of it. I'm sorry, but if it's public information, like if you go on Nameless and you type in Aaron Johnson, you can see the last photos that were taken. And I think that's very cruel. Like, why would you do that?
That's messed up.
Yeah.
I've a lot of, like, he has family, he has kids, it's his mom's only son. He has, like, why did you think it's not a joke? Like, this case is not a joke. Just like Gabby Petito, that Aaron's not a joke.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, there's a lot of people out there that just don't have a heart, I don't think, and they just say what they want to say just because they have the power of hiding behind a screen. They don't have to say it face to face to people. They can just do it however they want to do it through the computer.
I think
And
people
then
don't
like with
understand what
Aaron,
it's like for the families.
Sorry, what was that, Bree?
I said, I think people don't understand because I feel like you're going to have, haters everywhere. But people don't really understand what it's like for the missing of the families, what they go through every night. So for them to say that, I think it's cruel and it's not right. But we just
Exactly.
have to keep moving.
And Amanda, I didn't catch what you had said.
oh, I was just gonna the last picture that was taken of Aaron. I don't know who took it. They can't disclose that information, because of the confidentiality and the investigation. But I just I don't understand why they took a picture and seeing him in the attire he was wearing was clearly not clothing for winter or fall
Normal.
time in Wisconsin, and especially on a dirt road in the middle of nowhere. If I've seen that in that area, I definitely would have thought something was up right away, and I would have at least asked. They did ask him if he needed help and whatnot, and what was said. But if I was them, as soon as I left and got service, I would have called law enforcement and just said, hey, came into an interaction with a gentleman walking down the road in his boxers and socks, and it's kind of cold out. He said he was fine, but can you at least just go check to make sure, because it probably would have saved Aaron's life. And just we don't even know
Honestly,
who
it
the
probably
citizen
would
is,
have.
But
And
yeah.
I find that so messed up that they don't let the families know this stuff. Like, I would think if anybody knew, it'd be the families. Like,
Might have been like an
I think
anonymous
that,
call. I have no idea.
yeah, but whatever it was, it's still disrespectful and cruel to write WTF on
oh,
it. I
definitely.
mean, even though you didn't know AJ was missing at the time, but like making fun of somebody like that's in that kind of state, like why? It's not right. Like that's our society these days. People are so cruel to each other, and I just don't understand. Like it's not right.
Greg says, sounds like he was in distress. I would have called someone. Well, exactly. It's crazy.
There was a lot of tips that me and Bree have gotten in the beginning of in December, as soon as the
Yeah.
truck and the picture were in the media, and
Mhm.
we've gave everything to law enforcement that I can, like anything that comes in the eye, I gave to law enforcement, like, hey, but probably just got sick of me thinking I was nuts because every other day I had a new something different, or thinking my
Yeah, like
scenarios
a
are
lot
going
of
through my head.
people
They
will just
they
like
probably thought
message
I
us,
was
oh,
nuts.
what if this happened?
But
Mm-hmm.
well, as I was saying, so law enforcement's
So,
got all these tips, and it just makes me I don't know if they took the tips, but it just makes me wonder, like, what in the hell happened? You know what I mean? Like, so
Like
now that,
AJ's case is very
but
odd.
from October to December, all these people had seen this truck in the Blue Hills. Like, I want to say about 5 to 10 people have seen this truck on this logging road from October to December, or November and December, until it was found. None of them reported it to police because it was not in the media. They didn't post anything about Aaron missing. They didn't post about the truck being missing with him. They didn't post anything like that. Besides what I did, and posting it into buying and selling sites because I didn't know what else to do or where else to go. And then when I met Bree, kind of like I started joining missing people's groups, and it grew just like that. It blew up, and that's how we found the truck. We didn't find it.
mm-hmm.
The public found it, and they messaged us because we're posting on all these sites like, we're looking for this truck, we're looking for Aaron. And then once the truck was found, people come forward saying like, oh yeah, I'm a hunter, I seen the truck in that area in October and November, but I just thought it was broke down. I didn't know it was part of a missing persons case. Or people say, hey, I seen that guy walking around, or I seen him in a vehicle on the fire lane on October 11th or 12th, but I didn't know he was missing, so I didn't report it. You know what I mean? So it's like, if law enforcement would have acted on putting that in the newspaper and getting it in the news ASAP, like they have with many other missing people persons cases, I think Aaron, um, we wouldn't be dragging
Could
this
be
case
alive.
the way it is right now. We'd have some answers So why they avoided
Yeah.
helping with the putting him in the media is beyond me. It breaks our hearts to know that
It's not
it
right. It's
made us feel like Aaron's case or Aaron himself was a burden to society, and that really hurts. And I know that's not what it is, but that's what they made us feel like in the first 3 to 4 months of this case. So in
It's terrible.
October, or in December, once everything came to the light with the truck and people coming forward and all this and that, two of the people that he was last seen with packed their stuff and fled, took off. Like, fuck it, we're leaving. Like, but,
Oh, jeez.
you know, they, like, and I did try to reach out to them and ask them questions like, what was on Aaron's mind when he was hanging out with you? What was he talking about? Because they're gonna know what Aaron's last thoughts were before he took off. They're gonna know his plans and what he had, his intentions were. Didn't have Aaron talked a lot. He loved talking. He loved, you know, interacting. So he's not just gonna sit there all quiet. He's gonna speak his mind like, hey, I'm gonna go do this and this and this. But so they're gonna have some insight of what his intentions were, and that's why I was reaching out to them. But clearly they said they've already spoken to law enforcement, and that's that. Um, I just wish law
that's kind of
enforcement
like
would
why
re-interview. Well, I wish they would re-interview
I have
the
to
last
comment on
people
that
that
for
he
a
was
second
involved with.
because I feel as if this was your family that you wanted to know, like, hey, my sister was last seen with, say, AJ and so, wouldn't you beg them to say, hey, could you please just tell me something? Just talking to law enforcement, okay, that's great. That's cool and all, but like, can't you reassure us, like, with some, like, hey, he was happy, he was sad? We're not asking you to, like, you know,
Hmm. Yeah, just
do
something.
a whole interview. But I feel as if, and I'm telling you this right now, and I'm sorry, I'm very blunt, and I'm just going to
It's
be
all
honest,
good.
like, you're really messed up for that because if this was your brother or sister, I would have the decency to say, hey, he was upset that night, but I'm so sorry, I don't know past that. And I think I hope you are watching this podcast and I hope you understand the pain that it's causing. I'm not saying that, we're blaming you, but I'm just saying that if your family was with Aaron, I'm pretty sure 1000% if you asked AJ, hey, was my sister okay that night? He would have the decency to say, your sister was acting like this. And then keep it, that's all we wanted. And they couldn't do that.
Mm, that's
And
crazy.
it's hurtful.
I just don't know why, if people have information about these things, why they don't speak up. I mean, I understand the fear of getting in trouble or whatever it may be, but I mean, what it makes the families of the people that are missing, or whatever else happened to the people,
When
they go through hell, basically.
yeah, when Aaron first went missing, like I was thinking like, yeah, he just went on a binge. He was mad at me and
Okay.
just being stubborn, and he did take off on a binge, or he's cheating, or he left me for somebody else, or he wants a new life, or he's tired of, there's so many things in my head like why he left, and it sucked at first, but in my gut I felt like something was wrong because I knew no matter what decision he made, he would always call me and or just text me and tell me, I love you guys. I love you and the kids. Or he'd call his mom and let her know, like, I love Panda, tell her I love her, I'm sorry I left, or something like that. But it never happened. So as the days pass, it start feeling like I felt more sick, like something was wrong, and I was couldn't pin it out, and I just was freaking out. And then as the weeks went on, like it just kept progressing, like pretty soon you're into a full depression because you don't know what to
I've
do, and
literally seen her
it's not every
cry,
day someone goes.
like cry,
It's like you
begging
don't
for
really.
help.
Yeah, you just like it's like you don't really know what to do. It's not every day someone goes missing in my family, so it's like, or my community. So where
Mm.
do I reach out to resources? I'm online begging the public, where do I do when, and like people start coming and helping, and that was a blessing because it grew after that. And now, like,
We
months would
used to have
pass
like
and
a
no answers, and then when you
we used to have a huge page for AJ, but then we started getting a lot of backlash on it, and they started saying really cruel things that weren't true. So then we had to restart it all over again, and it's just I don't, it's not right because like we don't even know what happened. So for people to come at us like, oh, you know, you did this, this, and this, like that's no, absolutely not.
Yeah, people are, I don't even know what. We do have a couple of comments here, though. Ivy Lynn says should try to get a pro bono special investigator.
I
yeah, we we do got that. I mean, we do
we
reach
really
out.
don't know what we're
We have
doing,
a
to be
People are so
honest with you.
ridiculous.
we're just we're just all over wherever we can get Aaron's case out there is awesome. Like, I've gotten denied by so many search teams due to lack of resources, lack of network, lack of anything in the state of Wisconsin, which really sucks because we have a lot of missing people's cases in this state that I've noticed in the past year.
Can you guys hear
A
me out
year
there?
ago, if you asked me how many people were missing in the northern state of Wisconsin, I couldn't even tell you how many. Now you ask me, I could probably name the names of people because as like the year progressed, I start seeing like a lot of missing people, and I start getting like sharing their stuff too and getting involved and helping them find resources because it's been hard. Like, we have a lady named Ashley that's missing, from
Wow.
I can't remember the area. It's over towards the Minnesota border, but it's in Wisconsin. I want to say Frederick, Wisconsin, but I'm not positive. And her case is pretty
Daddy,
close to Aaron's
I'm
case.
also
Like,
cleaning my
how
room.
everything happened. It's really
I'm
sad. It's
also
like,
cleaning my room.
Good job.
is somebody taking these people from us, or is it like we don't know?
Hi.
And it sucks. And I feel for her
Jen.
family. I pray for them. I pray for Aaron, and I pray for all these missing people that are out there and don't get the media coverage, and that have families just holding on to that one little glimpse of hope that anybody's willing to give them, that their loved one will come home, or that they will find answers to where they're at. I know the reality. Aaron's been gone a year. He hasn't been heard from at all. And I know the reality is that I may never see Aaron again, and that we may bring Aaron home and not a body form. Like, it's it's we may never find him. We have to accept that. And how do you tell your children? And how do you accept that? Well, the only thing that I've dealt with, or that I found that helps, is faith in the Lord and my spirituality, and just finding faith and just praying and knowing that you have to move forward, and it hurts without answers and closure, but you have to find that within yourself, and it's
But
really
we still
hard.
have
And
hope that,
some days I'm really strong. Like,
Yeah.
I could do this, like, well, I can get through this day and I'm okay. I accept it. And then the next day I'm like, no, I can't. I'm not giving up. Like, how do you accept that your loved one vanished off the face of the earth, and nobody took you serious, and nobody just everybody just like just sat around with their thumbs up their ass for so many months, not knowing what to do with like law enforcement. Now it's a year, and it's like everyone else is. I don't know how to explain it. It makes me so bitter, but I know law enforcement did the best they can, and under the circumstances of everything,
no,
and
I
I'm
mean,
sure they're working really hard. Well, you got to realize
I
we're not
think that
from
they
a
need
big city. We have like
to maybe
you
call,
got to realize
like the least thing they could do is call a search team that they know that could help, that could come in and help.
right.
Because I remember when I talked to them, I asked them, I said, could you please call a search team that could come in and help you guys? If you guys don't have the resources, please. We might not know a lot of stuff about missing people, but we know that if you call, if Russ County calls them and says, hey, we need them to help us, then they'll come. And why didn't they do that? Because they haven't.
I'm pretty sure
We have
maybe Russ County has searched and did some things like that, but it can't be brought to the public, or family.
Maybe, but
And like a lot of that area was searched. I know that because they, a lot of search teams will collaborate and talk about like how much acreages was searched. Um, they did search a huge amount of land around the truck and where the last picture was showing. So in a circle, like going outwards, they did search miles and didn't have no nothing of Aaron. So either they could research it in case they missed something, or either that he's not there. So someone has to know something on um like I know like
I think they
Kira
should
and
just
David.
bring it.
I know Kira and David and their family think that I'm putting them on blast or that I'm coming after them because they were the last ones to see my husband alive. They were the last ones to see him, and whatever they did to him, I feel like they did something to him. I feel like they took him from me. I feel like they're hiding him. I feel like maybe something happened and they just were running from it. Like why are they in Missouri? Wherever they went, why are they there and not here helping look for him if he was last seen there? Why isn't that family helping? They don't. It's like they just don't. Oh, I don't want to swear, but I feel like they did something to my husband, and I feel like they have answers, and I feel like they're running from it, and I feel like
and law enforcement couldn't do anything
I'm
regarding that. Like
I'm
you're
sure law enforcement's doing what they can. I'm sure that they know how I feel
I
about
think
it.
we have Amanda and I have our different opinions on this. I mean, I think that, okay, law enforcement did some, but I think right now, like they could have done a lot more. Like, as I said, like bring it, like the Texas, I mean, like okay, as for instance, the Gabby Petito case, do you know how many search teams came there for her? Like, I just don't understand. Like, yes, I'm sure they did what they could, and thank you for, I'm not gonna sit here and attack them because that's not right. But I feel as of today, like, get a freaking I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. Please get a search team. Like, we're begging the public to please anybody help us. Like, it's been a
And
year. Like, we just,
I get told from I get told from many other search teams, like I'm not going to disclose the name of the search teams or anything, but a lot of them are like, this isn't a search and rescue. It's been a while. It's obviously a search and recovery, and like coming into this, like what is that, and that was in December. Like, what's a search and recovery? Like,
that's not
he's
right.
out there somewhere. You're going to find him, and they're like, well, search and rescue is we're going to go find him and we're going to bring him home alive. Search and recovery is we're going to go find him and we're going to bring him home in spirit, and it's like that's the reality of this. And as months pass, it's been a year now. It's over a little over a year, and that is the reality of this because me and his mom talk about it every day. Like, I said, what do you think happened to Aaron? And she said, I think my boy's in heaven. She's like, and
mhm.
I have to accept that. And she said, and you need to too. And I'm like, but I
It's
don't know
not
that,
right to
you
accept it.
know? I said,
How do we
how
know
do you
that
know
he's
that?
not out there somewhere?
And
we have
but go
we
ahead.
have another question. Slinky says, so the DA is doing nothing. Isn't it his job since it happened off tribal lands? Also, what about the tribal council intervening?
Our tribal the only reason our tribal law enforcement took the case to begin with is because Aaron and me lived on tribal land. We live on tribal housing and we live on tribal land. Um, and our tribal council unfortunately did the best they can. They helped with a lot of the expenses for searching for him in the beginning. But when the truck was found in Russ County, Wisconsin took over because of the jurisdiction. They took over the case. So Thayer County and LCO had given out Russ County the case, and now Russ County has it. So 3 different sheriff's departments were like kind of like working on this case, and Russ County has every like ownership of the case, or they're in control of it now. And but tribal Aaron wasn't a tribal member, so
But he's a human, and he
he
deserves
is.
to
And
be looked.
the tribal council does a lot. They did a lot. They did a lot to look for Aaron, and they still will. If I called them and asked them, like, hey, I heard my husband's here, some here, I need this, or we need this, the tribal council is definitely going to have my back. Unfortunately, like, I haven't gone to tribal council to hire a search team or a lawyers or anything for me like that, because like, like, I didn't think it was even going to go this far. I thought we were going to find Aaron right away, and I didn't think that Aaron would come home, like,
Or somebody
no
would
one
say,
planned for
hey,
this.
I saw this or I saw that.
But like
Yeah,
being
exactly. Greg asked, sorry. Greg just quickly asked if they ever found the phone or tried to ping it. His cell phone?
they did ping the phone. It's on the Crime Stoppers poster flyer that they made. The phone was pinged 12 miles south of Ladysmith, so coming towards Sawyer County. Of That was on October 10th or October 11th, and I can't remember the time. It says the time in there. The phone has never been found. Yeah, the phone's never been found. I'm just, yeah, I have no idea where the phone is. Like, the truck was found. It was searched. They did DNA through the truck, and when I had gotten the truck back, like probably like 6 months after it was found, or they had it in impound, I went and got it out of impound and brought it home, and I drove it home, and it was the most emotional ride I've ever been on, because all I can think about
I'm
was
sorry.
what was Aaron thinking? Like, I'm looking around, like, all his stuff was in there in garbage bags and scattered. Like, where was he going? Like, what was he thinking? And then I was thinking, like, okay, there's cigarettes in there and everything and all this stuff, phone chargers, but no phone. And I went home and I was like, okay. And I just sat in that truck for days, and I would sit in at night and I would cry, because that was the next closest thing that I had to Aaron, because that's what he was last in, riding in. So it was like, it was emotional, and I would sit there and I would cry and talk to him, like, where are you, like, why'd you leave, But, and then I went through this stuff days later. I went through the belongings, and it made me think differently. What in the fuck happened? Because as I was going through all the stuff, everything he owned was in there. So he didn't have nothing. He has no shoes. All his shoes were in there. Everything, like, everything. Everything was in that truck,
Wow.
in them bags. So
then it makes you wonder, like, was he planning on, like, leaving or something?
but,
Like,
like,
if all his belongings.
Aaron and me got into a little argument, like, a week before he disappeared, before he took off, and he had already packed his stuff and told me he was moving out. So, and he would do that when he gets mad. He would just pack all his stuff and be like, I'm leaving. But he would never leave. He would go for a day to a hotel and come back, or his mom would, rent him a room for a week, just
He would
until,
definitely
because
call his mom, though. He would not go this long without talking to his mom.
Yeah. So it was, yeah, all his stuff is back home. And it was emotional. And just Aaron's, I don't know what happened to him. I don't know where he's at. And I'm hoping that Ross County and the FBI will get involved more and help me find him, or answers, because
We're begging the public to please help us.
For for Pawn, I'm so sorry if I said that wrong. It says, so the U.S. doesn't have an agency that allows police, federal agencies, etc., to share information and access information from one central database. And Slinky says, I'm sorry.
No.
Hmm.
I don't think they have anything like The only thing that you can look up is NamUs. That's it. Like I go on there a lot to see if there's any bodies.
Oh, that's another thing that like when people when you know I don't know if I'm the only one that does this from
I do
people
it all
that
the
have
time.
missing people in their families, but every morning, like on my day off, so I get 2 days off a week. My days off, my mornings consist of sending my kids to school, making coffee, and Googling on the internet for unidentified bodies found. And I go through everything every day, and I call sheriff's departments and email them like, hey, I seen there was a identified body of a male found. My husband's missing, and I'll give them the information and the name of stuff. And sometimes they reply to me and say, oh, sorry, it's not him, or we'll look into it, or have Russ
I
County,
remember I
Russ
called
County has to
one.
call us. So I do that, and I don't want to sound crazy, but it's like I'm looking, not gonna stop. And I don't know, like sometimes like it's really hard to be involved in that kind of world. Like it's a sick world out there. Like you don't realize how many people there are missing and how many people are unidentified. These families that their loved ones, they're just there all over the internet, you know, and it's really sad.
And then
It's
you
really
have the
freaking
trolls
sad,
that
man.
attack the family that are like, oh, they must have done this to him, blah, 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 or her, and it's sick. It's really sick and disgusting.
Rura says that is absolutely horrible to hear. You're having to wake up and do that every day. And Slinky says they do have agencies that share info, but counties for some reason have problems sharing info here. It's like no one wants full responsibility.
Yeah, it's like us here in our counties. It's like pulling teeth. Um like I'm trying to explain a situation.
I remember
Okay,
the
so
officer that I talked to.
I recall when one time an item was found in the woods by the truck by some citizens, and it was probably like in the mid afternoon, like 6 or 7 o'clock at night, and I was in Walmart in Rice Lake in a different city, and they called me. They said, "Hey, we found these items by your husband's truck in the woods. Can you call law enforcement? Because we tried to call them and they're not answering us, or they said they'll be out tomorrow morning." And I said, "Okay, what was it?" And they told me what it was. I called law enforcement, and I shit you not, I was on the phone for 4 hours, freaking out at a Walmart out of town, laying on the floor crying because law enforcement was sending me one agency to the other. And I called this one, they'd send me back to this one, then this one, and then this one, and this one, and this one. It was a circle. Finally, I got a hold of one of the deputies, finally had gotten called me. And he's like, "What's up, Amanda?" And I just freaked out. I'm like, dude, I've been on the phone for like 3.5 hours freaking out. Will somebody get the fuck up there in the Blue Hills and go get them items out of the woods? Because there's something in the woods there, and I know it's my husband's because the people sent pictures or showed me in a text what they found. I said, and I think it's important. It's like, wouldn't you want to be right there if something was found? Like, so there's a missing person and something's
I
found.
just
Wouldn't you want
think
to be
that
right
law
there
enforcement didn't take.
and investigate it? And they didn't do it. Finally, probably about 10 or 11 at night, maybe later. No, it was later than that. Then people's citizens said, "Oh, Russ County just showed up. They didn't even go in the woods to look at what was found. They just grabbed the stuff, threw it in a bag, and walked away." And I'm like, "What the
That's fucked
fuck,
up. I'm
man?
sorry, excuse my
Like,
language.
don't you want to put some stuff up to like prevent people from walking back there, and then get in there and search and do a thorough search through the area?" So I don't know like how that stuff got there or when, because Russ County did a search on December 7th. I think it was December 7th. I want to say that. Yeah. So they did a search around the truck. So how did that stuff get there after that? I don't know. Or how did Russ County miss it? I don't
Or
know.
maybe they
Like,
missed
we have no
it.
idea. Like, I don't
I mean,
know.
from an
And to me,
outsider looking in, it feels like they're not doing anything. That it's just, especially when I talked to the deputy, he was just basically like, I was like,
I
can you search? and he basically told me good luck. Like, I mean, it's just
I used to think that
kind of,
about it too, Bree. Like, where I felt like they're not doing nothing, they don't give a fuck, and like this and that, and they're just being assholes. But you got to realize this is a investigation. They can't release stuff to us or the public, because then things like this will happen, and everyone will know, or maybe they're going after
yeah, and I
somebody, and we don't know
understand
that.
that, but
They know a lot more than we do.
I mean, and I understand
Obviously,
that,
I mean, I used to think that way.
but I feel like
Like,
how they handled this in the beginning was,
how I thought about law enforcement. I was really bitter towards them. I was pissed at the world because I felt like nobody gave a fuck. But as the months progressed, and now that I've grown into a different, like, growing and learned and actually looked at their perspective of view, like, I realized, like, they are doing a lot. They are doing what they're saying they're doing. They just can't tell us. But I know they're working on it. I know they're working hard. It's just they can't say much. And I pray that they get the answers they need. I'm praying that they get whatever happened to Aaron. I hope they find us answers, and I hope they put
and
it in the
I
media
hope
more.
that's
They
the
have.
case too, from the bottom of my heart. I hope that they find him, and I hope that,
I just want
it
law
comes,
enforcement to be, yeah, to put it more in the media. Like, they didn't put it in the media. Like, what are they scared of? Why didn't they put his case out there? Because
I feel like,
when I called,
there's something's off. I had to say it. I'm sorry. This case is like, okay, they might not be able to say something. They might not be able to tell us much information, but from the get-go, this case has been so weird and off. Something's off with it. It might not be, of course, law enforcement can't come and say to us like, yeah, this is who's involved in this, and this, or AJ went and did this. But I mean, for God's sakes, I'm sorry, but do you see a lot of missing people? The ones that they do take seriously, they could be missing for 5 months, they could be missing for a year, and they still have resources out for those people. And I'm sorry, I don't give a damn if Wisconsin is a small state. Reach out to other people that can help. You know what I mean?
I
AJ is
agree
a
with
person. AJ is a human. And yes, I respect you, Russ County, for doing what you have done. Did I think you put AJ on the back burner? Yes, of course. Everybody can have their own opinion. This is my opinion. Do I think that there's weird stuff about this case? Of course. Do I think
yeah,
that Amanda deserved a lot more than they gave her, and they didn't take him seriously from the beginning because they thought that AJ was on a binge. And don't judge people just because they have a past. They're human. And I'm
totally
speaking for
agree.
all the missing people. Like, they're human. Help. So in a
Hmm.
way, I thank you for all Russ County has done, but this is just my personal opinion. I think something's weird about it, and I will continue to say that. And I mean, do I know what happened to Aaron? No. Do I think no? I mean, but something's off, and the public needs to please help us.
like, okay,
I have to say it.
most in most investigations or cases that I see on TV, or that you see in the movies, or that you hear about, almost every cop or FBI agent will thoroughly inspect, interview, dig up on the last people that seen the person. Right? Am I right?
Hmm.
Why is that not going on right now? Like, because I think that's where a lot of the answers are gonna lie. I mean,
I don't know where the
it
answers are
has
going to
to, like,
lie, but
because
all I'm saying is
It's
I
weird
just
that they let
wish
them move
that.
out of state. I was going to say we do have Bob in the chat. He is going to be talking and putting his thoughts and stuff into the chat so he can still communicate with the outside world and
Hi, Bob.
this little hole he's put himself in the internet. um, oh, he shared your guys' group. Slinky says, "Can she
Thank you.
pick up?"
And we also need a
Sorry, Slinky says can she pick up info from all the counties and put it together and post it to Facebook or something?
I used to do, yeah. When we had the other group, we used to go live and do like updates and do that. But then there was a lot of people that got
But haters.
butthurt thinking I was slandering their company or their farm or their daughter or their son
We were just
because they were the
honestly
last.
being truthful.
I got in trouble. I didn't get in trouble, but they backlashed at me and start pointing fingers at me, and it just was like back and forth. So I closed that group down and kind of just shut down for a little bit. Like I even quit posting stuff. Like I deleted my Facebook because I was
I
like really
posted.
depressed. Like that was my only hope, and they took it from me. But now it's back up and going, and we're not giving up. We're going stronger. So we're working on that. Um I will go in there and put the story of what I know, like what's in the public of what happened and
I
like
feel like,
the
at
dates and
first
stuff.
we felt like we were really like, you know, we had so many followers and so many people like were helping, and then it came the haters, and I feel like it's just wrong, because just help us stop hating, just please, dear God. Like,
Like it wasn't
what if
about
this was your
like
son?
I just don't understand how people come on there and be like, oh, blah blah blah. But like, this isn't about that. We're looking for a human life. Like there's a human being out there that we don't know what's going on with him. We don't know if he's alive. We don't know if he's deceased. We don't
This
know
is
if
not
he's
the
in a
Chris
hospital.
Watts case.
We
We
don't
did
know if he
not
got
have anything to
kidnapped.
do
We
with
don't know
Aaron.
anything. So it's like, why can't they just respect that and understand that
Back
there's a
off.
grieving family here, like a mother whose only son is missing and she lives all the way in Texas. Like, how do you think she feels? And I'm her only hope up here to find her son. And like it was hard for me, and now I got a lot of supporters and people to help me, and she is so thankful. Like I talk to her like almost every single day, but like between our work schedules it's been pretty rough lately, but she's um she's my rock, and
She's
she's
strong.
like the only thing I have of her son. And it's hard because sometimes she'll call my phone and I'll answer and she just busts out in tears saying, I wish it was my son who answered. That's why I just called hoping he would answer. And I'm like, I know, like, how do we, and like birthdays and holidays, it's so hard for us. Like, um, last Christmas was the worst Christmas I've ever had. Like, me and Aaron would always have a big dinner, like we're fat. We love food. Oh my God, we love food. Well, I would cook him a huge dinner because he's never had that, like a lot of that. And I would make it so huge and a bunch of presents and, just give him the world and give him like he had a beautiful family. He has a beautiful family and we do that. But last Christmas was our first Christmas without Aaron, and we had nothing. Like we had a little Christmas tree about that tall, and we didn't have many gifts because we didn't feel like doing it. Me and the kids, and we had a spaghetti dinner, and we're not used to that. We're used to having a lot of family with us. We're used to seeing AJ there laughing. He's always doing things with the kids. So it's like the last year has been really hard on us and my kids coping with this. It's really hard, but we're getting through it, and
I think
it's
Ivy,
one of
never
Ivy
gonna be.
wants to
the
know.
sorry, I'm
Ivy wants to know. She says, Amanda, can you form another search with friends that will help before winter?
I've I've tried doing searches with my friends and family, but it never turns out too well. Like everyone's got busy schedules and different priorities, and it's hard. And I've done like 3 searches with family and friends, and like can't even like um there's only a few people that show up, and it's hard, and it hurts me to see that. Like I mean it feels awesome they're there. Like it's really cool that like 2 people show up or 3 people show up or 5 people show up, because better than 0. But um when a lot will say, we're there for you, we're coming, and you get there and you're expecting a whole army and you only got 1 carload. It's hard because that area is so huge that it's too massive for 5 people to search. That area is built for professionals. The terrain out there and the logging and the swamps and the bogs. It's an area that's not It's not made for us to. I don't know, man. That's a wicked area to go search. And all I could do,
It's a lot of land.
is search alongside the road because it's so huge and it's just. Diane's been out there. I don't know if she's still in the chat. She knows what it's like. She knows it's rough. But yeah, I don't know. Like,
I feel like maybe we
I am
need to
gonna.
find a
I am.
professional search team.
I'm gonna plan for something. Probably within the next month. But I'm tired of getting
But the thing
I
is,
don't know how to say it. I'm tired of.
when
I'm
you reach
getting
out to
burnt
people, they don't
out,
reach out back like search teams.
and
That's why we're
I'm
like
just tired.
and drained.
I'm tired.
Like
Like
we're
I need
physically
help. That's
drained.
all. I need help. That's
My
it.
hope is that people can hear this podcast and really see that, you know, AJ, he's a person. He has, you know, he's human. Please help us. We're begging the public.
You guys have a GoFundMe set up?
Yeah.
We
Like
don't know
to
how-
help with costs of
I've had that, but nobody donated.
maybe another search?
Yeah, I have that set up, and I don't think people take me serious. I don't know if it's because of the group that was slandering me or whatnot. So I kind of just do a lot of things on my
They
own, my
don't
own
take us
finances.
serious at all.
My tribe helps me
It's
out a
just
lot
wrong.
with finances. Like as in funding and stuff. People do it pro bono. Carrie, AJ's mother, sends me money. Like anytime we have an event for him, she just sends me a lot of money, and I put my money together. A lot of it is just us putting our own money together. That's why we don't have billboards, and that's why we don't have all this stuff, because we can't afford it. But recently I got this huge banner
Right.
made, donated.
Do you
They
have
made
that
it.
link?
Yeah, I do. I'll have to send it to you in the group chat after. I don't know how
Okay.
long it's set up for. I tried to set it for as long as I could. Yeah,
I don't know
just
if
trying
it's
to
still up,
get some.
honestly. Maybe we have to make a new one.
Yeah, I might have to make a new one, but I was just trying to get
Okay,
it
well,
set
if
up
you
to help with I wanted a billboard, but I couldn't afford it. And then a reward, like I don't even have a reward for him, and I'm trying like to get all this stuff, and
I don't even think
it's
we
been
know
a
how to do
struggle.
it. Honestly, how do you do a reward? Like we've asked. I feel like the
does any
families we're trying to solve this case, and so
you feel like what?
I feel like we have to solve AJ's case, and it's sad.
I don't think, honestly, as sad as it is, I don't think you're the only ones. Like we've talked to
No,
and had
there's
people
No,
on
we're not. We're not the
there
only
every day
ones.
now that are in the same position as you with the
yeah,
frustration from law enforcement, and they're
yeah. Look
going
at
through
And
the
my heart
searches,
goes
right?
out
Or
to them.
exactly. Look at Ashley. Look at
no, I'm
Ashley's
just
case.
saying that it's not just
Like,
pinpointed to you guys.
no, we're not the only ones, and we're not the last ones. That's the thing, is but if we all come together and stand strong, like a lot of us as a team,
Yeah.
I bet I might not live to see it, but I know that I'm gonna fight hard for missing people through the rest of my life, and hopefully generations to come, my children take on my legacy and do it. We're gonna fight. We're gonna get laws made for adults that go missing, because forget the waiting process. I don't care if they're doing drugs or not, they're still human, and they deserve to be found immediately. It don't matter if you're male, female, if you're on drugs or you're not, or what. You're a human. Just because you're an adult doesn't make you any less, or any, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm just really bitter at the way things were handled with Aaron's case. I'm
I
not
feel like
sure
I'm bitter
why.
too, and maybe I shouldn't be so bitter about it. And I feel like, you know, some of when I was talking tonight and saying, you know, like how I feel, I think that's because I'm so angry that they didn't take AJ's case seriously when it first happened. AJ, it might be a different outcome right now if they did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying
Can
too.
you guys make YouTube videos with all the evidence?
What?
Slinky wants to know if you can make YouTube videos with all the evidence.
I can't.
I don't.
Like go tell like
I don't
about
even know what.
like I could tell his storyline.
I don't know what evidence,
and
like,
things that have been brought to the public that we know of, or things like that. But like
we don't
evidence,
know
like I don't
anything
even
that the
know.
public doesn't know.
I don't know what
And
is he
the stuff
referring
that
to? What was found in the woods? The only thing that I know that was found in the woods at that time was the pair of gloves, and that was what I was referring to when the cops went to go look to see what it was, and um, they look like his gloves from a previous employment that he worked at. That's how I thought. I think they are saying that's the only evidence that they brought in. Like, or what is he talking about with evidence? Like tips that we've gotten?
I guess just with all the stuff, the information that you know, I
Oh, okay.
guess just
Oh yeah, yeah. We made it. We
have
made it.
videos like for people to watch.
Oh, you know what, Bree? We did that on Facebook before. We should do it on YouTube. We got to make a YouTube channel now. See, we got
we
Twitter.
did on
She's
Facebook, and then we
she's
got banned.
we got Facebook, Twitter,
What about
TikTok, and now we need YouTube.
Yeah, so I wish like 1000% I was computer savvy, because I'm clearly not. And I just recently, Amanda and I made a Twitter account, and to the people that have shared Aaron's story, thank you so much, because it's finally like making
It's a
making a lot
blessing.
more progress than Facebook was. Like, honestly,
right? Okay, so
so maybe we should make it.
we have some other stuff. Okay, so Bob says it's infuriating people who can't afford to get the word out there, or they aren't high profile cases. They're left to themselves. Slinky says, can you guys make YouTube videos? The one I just asked. Bob says it's okay to feel those feelings. Faraz says, I recall reading about this, that there is no such thing as a waiting period for declaring someone a missing person. Bob says we could help, we could put them out there, we could talk to them about it and put something together. I could help with the video editing. I can try to help on some weekends on getting a YouTube channel going for them too. Is what Bob said.
Well, that'd be cool, Bob. That'd be
That's
really
so.
awesome. And thank you for helping us. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna take you up on that
Can people see us
because
right
I
now?
think
Can they see us hysterically?
Uh, no, they can't see you. No, you're just voices because Bob never brought up
Okay.
there. So you don't worry, it's okay.
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 And you're
Get
more
my
than
kid.
welcome to add Bob on Facebook too. You can also add me as well. And him and I usually work on projects together and stuff like that. So I'd obviously be pitching in as well. So
Well, Miigwech, and thank you for everything
um,
that you've done. And
I want to talk to Jameson though when the next time he's on, because he wasn't on tonight. But I do want to talk to him though to see about how to go about doing a couple things I have my thoughts on that I haven't written out yet. But I have an idea when it comes to him. I think Bob probably knows what I'm probably thinking. Ivy says, thank you for offering all that for Amanda and Bree. Yeah. Uh, I wish it was just easy. Like, yeah, let's all just get in a car and go down there and look. But
yeah,
it's just
it's
I
really
wish that we
emotional
could
for
all do
me.
that.
It's
And
harder for me. It's harder for me to go look search for Aaron than it is a complete stranger because
right.
I'm so half the time I'm out there I just cry a lot or I just stare. I like
Mhm.
freeze and I just stare like look around like just look at my
I
surroundings and I
really
just
think
stare off and people like I just it's I don't know like
that
it's too
Amanda and
emotional for
AJ's
me to
mom are
go
the
out there.
strongest people. Amanda and AJ's mom are really freaking strong.
There's
Mm-hmm.
times in the beginning of
Bob
this
said,
case that I felt like um like I couldn't do it no more, like I couldn't even do it myself and I felt very suicidal and depressed and I didn't eat for months. Like I lost a lot of weight in the beginning and I got really sick and I just didn't eat, drink or nothing, and it was really sad, but I do have some great friends and a support system and family like my friends, like uh, my kids. I'm we don't have many people anymore. My mom passed away. My dad's not too much involved in our life. So like we're limited on family here, and um, I'm just thankful for the friends that stood by my side during this time and developed in the family, because without them, like I don't know where me and my kids would be, because we need them. And it hurts because we feel abandoned, and um we're really thankful that for the people that we do have in our lives, because it makes us, and then like everything, and just never take anyone or a day for granted, because you never know when the last time you're going to see that person is. You love everyone that
always tell
surrounds you, and you
everybody you
tell
love
them you
them.
love them, because someday they're going to walk out that door and you'll never see them again. And I pray to the Lord that no one has to experience what me and my family and Aaron's mother has to go through, because it is one of the most painful experiences in my life and traumatizing for my children. And I can't even explain Carrie's pain. She just lost her only son, is like gone. She don't know where he's at, and she loves that boy. She loves her son. And it breaks my heart every time I talk to her, and she's always trying to make me strong, and I'm like weak. And then when she's weak, I'm trying to make her strong. It's an everyday battle for us to get through each day. But with our families and friends that we do have that help us and that are coping with us, because believe me, putting up with me is no fun. I'm a emotional wreck sometimes, and for the people that are around me
But
and
I
do
think
put
we're
up with
all
me, man,
emotional. You're not the
you
only
guys are some
one.
warriors.
You're not
You guys are
alone.
some warriors, though, for real, because I can get mean and
I mean,
crabby.
it's okay. We'll be there at 5 o'clock in the morning. We'll be there at 3 o'clock in the morning. We'll be there. For.
Yeah, I
All
don't
right.
know how many
I
times
do
I've
want to
told.
say we're
Well, go ahead.
okay. I don't want you guys to think that we're ending this or anything like that, but I do have a missing persons video I do every day with the ones that I
Yep.
find for that day. So we're gonna play that. If Bob can do that, shake your head, yeah.
Oh, of course.
Nah. Okay. I don't know what Bob's doing. Oh, he's getting it momentarily. Um. All right. So Carmen Dennis says we love you, Amanda, and you have a huge team behind you, and we all know we will never give up until we bring him home. Faraz
Oh,
says
Carmen.
this really puts things into perspective for me. Bob says same here, Amanda. You're not alone. And Nina says I'm here behind you, Amanda, and I'll continue to help with what I can. And Bob is working on the video. I'm not sure.
I can't see nothing.
Can you see me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
can
hasn't
see
put it
you.
on yet.
Oh,
Oh no, are
wait.
we gonna see it
I'm
on
gonna
this
go.
video thing here, or do I have to go on
No,
YouTube to see it?
you have to go on YouTube to see it, but he's just getting it up.
Okay, I'm
I'm gonna
going
mute
on my
you.
YouTube. I'm
Yeah,
gonna mute you too because I want to go on. Oh, wait. Where's my mute button? Oh,
I'll be muted too.
Did you mute?
Yeah, I was muted, and I think.
I really hate technology sometimes.
I think it's froze, Bob.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Get out what you're putting in. All your hopes and efforts are all in vain. Who will pick you up when you've lost everything? Does it all become for granted with a wedding ring?
Oh my goodness gracious. It's been a train wreck for technology. Okay, so that I don't know what song that was, but that wasn't the song that was supposed to be there. Anyhow, that's what it was, and that's how that was. Are we all back?
Yes.
Okay, that was crazy. It's Tech Travesty Tuesday, guys, is what Bob says. Oh yes, anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Um, all right. So, like Bob said, we'll definitely help however we can, however you want us to, and get more, I guess, eyes on this situation and see if we can get some answers for you guys because this really sucks. Yeah, Bob says he can work on a banner and images for a YouTube channel.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for everything you've done. And it's okay about the technical difficulties. That's just my life too. My life is like a, what is it? What do you call it? A whatever that is. That's how my life is too.
Travesty.
Yes.
Oh my god. So yeah, I was talking to Bob in the thing there on when the video was playing, and I'm just sitting there laughing because I'm just like, what else? How else could this go wrong? How could it go wrong?
Right. It's okay.
But
No, that's my
sometimes
life. Like I'm like expected. Like if something doesn't go wrong, I think like what's going on and is somebody playing tricks on me? Because, man, I swear to God, my life's like that. I'll tell you, my cooking skills have decreased. Everything. I can burn a house down cooking.
oh, jeez.
Don't trust me in
I
the
do want
kitchen.
to invite you guys back on again, though.
Oh yeah,
I do want to
awesome! It
invite
was
you
a
guys
fun
back on again,
experience.
though.
Yes.
That's
Definitely,
fun.
we'll try not to have these problems next time. Sadly, the only time you know if it's going to work or not is when you're live, right? So, yeah, a lot of boo-boos happen when you're live.
Right.
um, I guess other than that, I mean, if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. And
Can I
go ahead.
can I just say one thing? I just want to thank everyone who has been here for me and my family, and for Aaron's case online, offline, supporting us, putting resources out there, putting his name out there, going above and beyond, emailing and sending me resources, making phone calls, posting his awareness, and just being here for me and the kids, and Aaron's mother. Like, I just want to thank everyone for everything they have done and that they are doing. It's well appreciated. I pray every day, and I thank you all.
I truly do hope that you guys get answers soon. Uh, Sorry, I was just reading the chat. Um, Kevin says, "I'm sorry to hear that you've not gotten any answers yet. I got in late, so what are the latest leads that you have?" Um,
Nothing.
no, yeah, there's really nothing. Um, there was talk about maybe somehow set or they were going to set up a GoFundMe to give us the link so we can share it.
Okay, yeah, I could. We can do that. Bree can help me set one up too again.
Yeah.
Bree's my assistant, man.
And and also too, it'd be um, interesting to make some phone calls around just to see about pro bono private investigators. And
Yeah,
if
Oh,
we
that would be so nice.
use the
If anybody
funding.
knows anybody, please. Oh,
So yeah, I'm definitely gonna look into that too. We're also gonna
yeah,
add your groups to the recommended groups in our group.
or even people with cadaver dogs, like I don't know if they have to be part of a team. I don't know how that works with the licenses with the dogs and stuff, but anything helps that we can like just go through that area, like people professionals, of course,
Hmm.
would help.
Yeah, exactly. Um, so basically, I guess we can end the show now, and we can
Thank
have
you.
you guys back on again whenever you guys want to come back on to talk about it, or if you have any other information that comes to your mind or that turns up or whatever. In the meantime, you guys are more than welcome back.
Absolutely, and join our groups. Join our groups, and I will add you guys
Join
also,
the
and
Twitter.
look forward to working with you more on YouTube. And God bless you.
Yes, you guys too. Thank you so much for being on.
Thank you for everything.
You're very welcome. Bob says thank you too.
Oh, how do I exit? Thank you, Bob. We really appreciate it.
All right. So I guess, Bob, are you able to come back on to them to hear it now on Skype?
Yeah, can you hear me on Skype right now?
Okay, I'm gonna hang up. The messenger then. Okay, we're still live, right?
Yes, we're still live.
Okay. So, um, the other two things that we were going to talk about were, I can't remember now. Um,
It's okay if not, hun, because I mean, if
oh, I was going to make the. I was just going to briefly say about Jelani Day. If you remember who he was, we talked about him here a couple of weeks ago, and I think just last week. Anyhow, he was the one that did but didn't have his organs apparently liquefy. So they had the third autopsy done on him, and I guess the cause of death was named drowning. I guess he drowned.
it's
The mother
crazy.
doesn't feel that he went into that water by himself, and I don't know. So sad, nonetheless.
It is.
And the other case was I'll discuss. Maybe I'll go live tomorrow morning and discuss that.
I'm copying Ivy Lynn's message. I'm gonna send it to you in Messenger because once the live stream is gone, the chat's gone. So I just want to make sure you don't miss that.
Thank you everybody for coming too. And like I said, if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe because we definitely appreciate every single person. The bigger we get,
The
um,
more it can get out, the more
the
exposure that these cases can have.
exactly. And any monies or anything like that or whatever we could put toward once it's monetized, put toward helping families such as Amanda and maybe help look for, have funding to put toward things to help look for something
Yeah,
or for whatever. So please do share the channel too if you do find it. I know today was a bit of a, like I said, sometimes you just gotta sit back and laugh at yourself kind of day.
technological tragedy.
But um, definitely um, do that. And hopefully tomorrow we won't have as many troubles.
Yeah, no kidding. No, I
Hopefully.
need we need to get a couple of people like one or two more aside from us in a Skype meeting so that I can test it out in a recording because it will come across the same way in a recording as it does out here on YouTube. But yeah, I lost track of time even though we came an hour early to set the scenes up and everything. Um yeah, next thing I know I look down at the
Well, they're
clock.
just so pleasurable to
They
talk
are.
to,
They are. And I definitely would love to have them on here again and be able to interact with them, you know, as
Right?
well. But I just need to get you know two others besides us to test out a Skype scene because I
Ah.
think I know what the problem was. We can use Skype, the video can be on, but I have to reroute the audio through a different method because I think there was a lot of I think that it was pulling in the audio more than once for each individual through the NDI protocol, and you don't have to worry about what that is. But yeah, I think I have a workaround for that, but it just needs some people who would be willing to try that out so that we can try it with more than just the two of us. And if that's the
Um,
case, Skype will be a good way to go.
um, for us, tomorrow actually, if you come back tomorrow night around the same time, 8 p.m. Pacific time, is when we go live. Um, we'll discuss further into the Jelani Day thing.
Yeah,
It's a really messed up case
it
too,
is.
and um, we'll discuss whatever the other thing was. I didn't even write it down today. But we are going to, yeah. I guess that's it, eh?
I
I haven't
think,
got nothing else.
yeah, I think so. Um, and for those who are out there watching, if you would, please go over there and hit that thumbs up button as we continue to grow the channel. That helps with the algorithm and those who actually enjoy the content. And if you watch any content creators out here on YouTube and um, you like their content, that thumbs up button actually does make a huge difference for those content creators who you enjoy watching, um, because it helps to get their videos pushed up in the YouTube ecosystem. And so just taking a moment to go over there and hit that like button if you enjoyed the content, it does help a lot more than most people realize, especially if you're not a content creator out here. And if you'd like to come out and interact with us on subsequent videos each night, please be sure to subscribe and activate the notification bell. But if that's not what you want to do, it's okay. We're not trying to run a marketing pitch here. We are trying to grow the YouTube channel. We want to be able to have people out here who want to share their stories and talk. But we're not going to pull this thing where we're only having people out here from high profile cases, because there's more important things than views out here. These people, I mean, here are two ladies who you heard from tonight who are going through a terrible experience, and they didn't get much of an opportunity to get their story out there. That is what matters. And so as we grow the channel, that's going to help those things. Um, Videos like this to be able to get out to a broader audience, because the news media evidently doesn't feel like it's important enough to cover. So somebody else has to do something about it, and that's what we, and I know there are other channels out there as well, but that's for us here. That's what we're attempting to do. So wherever you're watching from, we appreciate the support, and thank you for the patience with the technical snafus tonight. And we look forward to interacting with each and every one of you again. Uh, and Lori may be here tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So if you're subscribed to the channel and have notifications enabled, be sure to look out for that. Otherwise, one way or the other, we will be out here at 8 p.m. Pacific. And we appreciate each and every one of you. And whether you're catching this live or on the replay from wherever you are, we wish you a good morning, a good afternoon, and a good night. Take care all.
Good night.